Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today we've got something I believe is going to be extremely interesting to unbox. QSP sent me a message on Instagram showcasing something that I thought was pretty unbelievable. I think QSP makes a great knife, in fact some of the best budget knives on earth, but this was a surprise. So I'm really interested, I'm very intrigued to open this up and see if it really is what it looked like in the picture. Thank you so much to QSP for sending this in. I would imagine this is available, so I'll link it down in the description. It really does help my channel when you guys use those links before you buy something, but that's of course entirely up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Let's go ahead and find out what the heck we've got here. Now, this appears to be pretty docile. 14C 28N blade, but wait, what's this word? Mirror? With a carbon fiber handle. Mirror? Okay. Oh boy. Okay, we got some stickers here. What is this? A tool? Looks like a spanner tool. Okay. And we have, oh my goodness. Have we have we entered a new age? Have we entered a new age of, oh my God. No way. You got to be kidding me. What on earth is definitely the tool? Good Lord, they polished everything. Look at that. Shred gold contoured carbon fiber. Dude, you gotta be freaking kidding me, man. Oh my goodness. QSP. What on earth? What on earth am I looking at here? I don't know what price point this would be in. I mean, listen, I expected a high polished blade. This is a true, I mean, we can see a couple little, lines here or there, but this is as close to a true mirror, this is ridiculous. The QSP Dolphin, this is, I don't know what price point this is. I have my hopes. Number one, hold on. A little flabbergasted here, a little flustered here. We don't normally see this type of polishing. So this is steel. Yeah. It's steel. Sorry, I'm using a magnet here. This is a steel frame. Boy, it doesn't feel heavy. What is going on here? There must be enormous pockets in this steel to accept these really, really beautiful carbon fiber scales. Oh my goodness. Now listen, by the time you guys see this, I'll know the price. And obviously it'll be linked in the description. But the reason this is exciting, I mean, the aesthetic aside, some people are going to like this. It looks like a dolphin, obviously. I mean, I can understand where they get that, Oh, God, that's the type of stuff that I should cut. But I got to leave it in there. I got to leave it. Sometimes my brain says, this is a good idea. You should do this on camera. And then I do it and instantly regret it. But I'm going to leave that in there for you guys. If this is at a reasonable price point, the implication of this is wild. QSP. This is gorgeous. Not everybody needs or wants a mirror blade. But this certainly does add a layer of intrigue to these knives. I mean, we live in a time period where it's pretty much like knives are more accessible now. Like a good pocket knife is more accessible now than it's ever been. It's so easy to get a good utilitarian pocket knife. It's no longer a hunt, right? So what we're doing now is a lot of these companies are taking practical, ergonomic, utilitarian designs and adding embellishment that was, in the past reserved specifically for higher price points, right? Obviously, we're not altering every single thing in existence to have these embellishments, just certain things for people who want them. This is really good, assuming that this stays down at a lower price point, right? We do have a really nice inlay material for sure, but we have a steel frame, and then we have 14C28N that's been mirror polished. So I don't know what they're going to price this at, but the lower the better, for sure. Of course, now that I know QSP can do this, I assume, just like what we've been seeing from Kaiser, and occasionally, Artisan Cutlery has their sand polish, which is good, but it's not this good, right? I assume that means that they will do this more often on knives that are in a more affordable territory, which is actually really, really exciting. A lot of people automatically believe that a higher polish on a blade is nothing but embellishment, and I want to remind people that polishing a blade, or even near mirror polishing a blade, is not a new thing. It's not like a modern art knife thing. Polishing a blade, number one, reduces drag while you're cutting, and number two, it actually increases the corrosion resistance of any composition that it's applied to versus a rougher finish. So for example, if you take a 14C28N blade, exactly what you're looking at here, and you bead blast it, and then you do the exact same thing and you mirror polish it, right? Despite the fact that the composition is the same, the mirror polished blade will actually, it will resist corrosion far better than the bead blasted one. Why? Because the surface finish on the bead blasted one traps moisture more effectively, right? You don't want that. You don't want moisture trapping on the blade. So yes, there is actually a reason for that. A lot of people say, oh, I don't want mirror polish, and then it just scratches up, right? That's okay, because believe it or not, a mirror finished blade that's got some scratches on it still looks really good. So, if you're only concerned with the aesthetic part of it, then okay. But I just want people to know, especially if you're new, mirror polishing a blade is not a new thing, and it's not purely for embellishment. Now, it does look cool. From my perspective, admittedly, I don't really care. The part that I like is the fact that it's shiny. I really like that. I wasn't expecting them to have polished the frame on top of it. This is beautiful. If you had asked me a few years ago, I would say this is an extremely expensive knife. But just knowing, that a lot of these companies are capable of doing these incredible finishes now, and also looking at the materials and things like that, it leads me to believe that they're probably not charging an outrageous price for this, which is really, really cool. Man, that is so impressive. I really just can't believe that that's where we're at now. I love that. Let's go ahead and measure this. So the overall length, QSP, I got a list of knives I want to see with this treatment, right? With this upgrade. So the overall length of the Dolphin is 7.75 inches with a 3.25 inch blade and 3 inches of cutting edge. How about the weight? It is bizarre to me. I'm so thrown off by this because it's steel. It doesn't feel heavy. Hold on. There's got to be, the only way that that's the case, because I'm looking in here for milling for weight reduction, and there's not. So that means that look at the you can actually see it right here. These have been, you can see it in the relief cut. Look how far down those scales go. The pockets on the inside of this frame are huge. So they've managed to 3.7 ounces, not 3.8 ounces, not bad for a steel frame. A frame lock underneath an overlay. Why is that important? Because steel is substantially less expensive than titanium. So this allows them to get the price down. Had they done this in titanium, a lot of people love to think, oh, titanium's not really that. It is, especially when you consider not just the cost of the titanium, but milling it and finishing it. It is substantially more expensive than titanium, right? So this allows them to get the cost down, but the fact that they've milled out these scales so deeply, I guess, it makes it to where it's not an incredibly heavy frame, which a lot of times is the reason people shy away from a steel frame knife. The balance is back here, but way closer to the pivot than you might have expected. I can't. This is wild, man. I'm just so impressed with this. I can't believe that. Wow. Super cool design, too. I've got my ring on today. I'm trying not to mark it up. But really comfortable. It says 14C28N, and on this side it says QSP. That is a good-looking knife. So, the other interesting element that we're kind of overlooking here, because everything else is so interesting, is that there's only one screw outside of the pivot, and it's this guy, which is a spanner. I mean, that's what you're going to use here. You're going to use this here to remove this, right? You know, like that's what you're going to do. So odd choice, but that's all that's there holding it together. It's just a standoff and that big lanyard barrel back there. Wow. Really nice stuff. So this is just an unboxing and first impressions, not a review. I'll get the details on this and provide, you know, obviously after I've carried it for a bit, I'll give you guys a full detailed review down the road. In the meantime, this will be linked. Now I'm really interested to see what QSP does, especially if they're bringing this to, I'm hesitant to say budget because I would be flabbergasted to find out that this is under $75. In fact, I would say there's pretty much no way. But I would venture to guess it's on the less expensive side versus their premium end. So I'm really excited to see what QSP does in the future. That's, man, it's like all of a sudden really, really interested to see where this goes. That's going to be it for today, guys. Thanks so much to QSP for sending this in. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.